It's now July and we all know what that means. GTA Online is getting a new DLC. What's going on, guys? James Merlot here, back again with yet another video, and in this video I'm going to go ahead and outline everything that we currently know about the new DLC that Rockstar is releasing on GTA Online on July 26, 2022, which is in, well, at the time of this video being uploaded, less than 24 hours. Now, despite initial appearances, I think that this is going to be a DLC update that overall I'm going to be very happy with, because this DLC isn't so much about brand new content, but rather it's about fortifying what is already existing in GTA Online and making the experience in GTA Online overall more enjoyable and less of a grind. So let's go over it. Now, in this video, I'll be going over the information that's been provided on the Rockstar Social Club website, and I'll break it down into simple and more easily explained points. So to start off with, we have the basic information, which is that the DLC will be released on July 26th, and it'll be around 6 AM US Eastern Standard Time from what I can guess, and it'll have a high focus on improving the current state of the game, so for the most part it'll be a quality of life update. It'll also be available to download on all playable consoles, including the older gen consoles of PS4 and Xbox One. And as for the new content, as far as I can tell, it's just a new storyline of contact missions, which is similar to what they did in the casino update with its own contact missions. Now, the premise of the contact missions is the Duggans are being shady about their dealings in petroleum, and the IAA wants you to investigate it. That is the premise of the storyline, and the missions will probably pay out slightly higher than regular contact missions, so probably like 40, 50k, and will most likely have bonuses for first-time completion, similar to how they did with the casino update contact missions. But yeah, and the good news is this probably means you don't need to purchase a property in order to access these missions, because I can't really think of an entire property that would be needed for something like this, but you know, Rockstar being Rockstar, they might think of something to make us buy a new property. But next, they're providing updates to currently existing businesses. Starting off with, we have the executive offices. Now, executive offices will have a new staff member named Lupe, who will be able to source additional special cargo. Now, if I were to guess, I'd say he works similar to your staff at the nightclub and passively gets you special cargo over time. Every day, a shipment will arrive at your special cargo warehouses, which is to be delivered to the docks as a way to make some extra cash. If I would have guessed, this payout will be between $20,000 to $50,000 per delivery, but you know, I am personally hoping that it'll be more like $100,000. But you know, Rockstar being Rockstar. Additionally, 2 new types of special cargo will be added. This will simply add a bit more variety to the source missions, so that's nothing too special. Next is the bikers. If you guys have a custom bike shop at your clubhouse, you know those special order vehicles at your auto shop, you customize them according to the wishes of the customer and deliver them for some cash. You'll now be able to do that at your clubhouse as well if you own a custom bike shop in your clubhouse. There's also 2 new clubhouse contracts to help add some variety to the contracts on the board, and your clubhouse is now also a bar. You need to go ahead and do bar resupply missions, but now it seems you will have a safe at your clubhouse and be able to earn daily passive income from it like you do in your nightclub, for example. Now, as for those of you with a bunker, there is now a daily delivery that you can make to ammunition, similar to what they did with the special cargo this update. And you guys can go ahead and make that delivery for some extra cash, which again, I'm going to guess is in the $20,000 to $50,000 range, but we can only hope that it'll be something more like $100,000. There are also 2 new resupply missions that you guys can do for the bunker, and that's again nothing too special, just adds a bit more variety. And on top of that, completing research at the bunker will be a lot easier, because you guys can now go ahead and do, from what I can tell, missions by calling up Agent 14, where you can source data from an armed mark, as Rockstar has put it. Now, these missions are likely on the same level of complexity as resupply missions, and I would not be surprised if each completed mission finishes a research project at your bunker. your nightclub warehouse manager to go on source missions for nightclub cargo, and Calling Tony will be a mobile way of launching the currently existing club management missions, which will now have 2 additional missions added for some variety, which again is nothing too special, Rockstar. Plus, there seems to be ways of improving your nightclub reputation inside the club by throwing out troublemakers, which likely means brawl fights, and chaperoning VIPs for locations to locations outside the nightclub, which likely means like hotels and apartment buildings. Now, in terms of other new content, this DLC will naturally come with some brand new vehicles, including the following. There will be 2 new Imani Tech eligible vehicles. I always have trouble saying that damn word. Meaning missile lockjammers and remote control for these 2 vehicles. Now, there will also be a new selection of tuners vehicles, and we'll also finally have an expansion on Benny's vehicles as well for the first time in years. There will also be a new vehicle entirely that will be available to Benny's upgrades, but this vehicle will only be available to those of you on the new gen consoles. And it's not just new Benny's vehicles that you guys have, it's also an addition to the customizations that you can make on the currently existing Benny's vehicles. Now, in terms of quality of life upgrades that Rockstar has made, here is the highlights. For starters, they are nerfing the Oppressor Mark II. Its homing missiles and countermeasures won't be as effective as they were before. They will also be making it easier to access health and armor whilst in the middle of gunfights. I have a feeling that they will be adding it as a button option in the weapon wheel. So press square to eat a snack, press triangle to add an armor, that kind of thing. Now, then there is also my favorite change in the entire DLC. We've asked them to do this for years. We've wanted it. We've dreamed of it, but it's finally happening. You can now do business missions, including sell missions for your warehouses or your biker businesses in private sessions, meaning invite only, friends only, and crew only sessions. You no longer have to be in a public lobby. Fuck yes. Thank you. Thank you, Rockstar. You guys actually listened for once. There will also be permanent pay boosts to races and adversary modes, as well as the original set of heists and the Doomsday heists. All of those will have boosts in terms of their pay. So, for example, the Fleecer heist, instead of paying like $140,000, it might start paying out $250,000 or something like that. But aside from all that, I have been James Merlot, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Auf Wiedersehen.